So, okay, it's working. So the next one, I'm still in this car. Just arrived at the gym because my car is sitting in front of someone's house and I don't want to sit in it and then just leave it there. So I'll finish this vlog on Friday. So in 2 days. Today's Wednesday. You're watching this on Saturday morning. So there's a prime example right here, right next to me. Why you would like older cars a lot more than like these new ones, and that's this like 60 some Mustang. It's not in prime conditions, but it's really decent. I like the mirrors, and the wheels are nice as well, and the bonnet is pretty nice. I don't want to get out just yet to film it, especially not like this, but the paint is probably been done by the owner, because you can see it's not okay, it's not professional at all, but that's probably something that I would have done. And if I would know that I can stay here, I would do to my car, and I would just mod everything, or not everything, but I would like I don't want to put LED reflector lights on the car, because that's just hackery and butchery, and then I probably won't be able to sell it for normal price just because of like you butchered the car. But if I know that I can keep the car, because I wouldn't buy a new car or pretty much anything else until that runs, or until I can afford like a old Pontiac or something like that, because those are sick. Yeah, I would put that one on. I mean, I still might will do it before Florida, because I have the tendency of driving at night, and the headlights are great. The low beams are much better than in this one, but the low and the high beams are on the same, running from the same bulb. So when you have high beams, it just goes up, and obviously the bulb is just the same strength or lumen than in the low beams, and then you won't have any low beams. So yeah, I would probably get either something that like gets really far, that would be the best, and just have the low beams there on the car, or like have the high beams on the car and something that's like closer distance and just like on the road, so you can see, let's say 150 feet in front of you perfectly with the LED lights, and the high beams just goes off to like 300-400 feet. Yeah, so this car is pretty neat. I don't think he spent a ton of money on it, but it seems like he cares about it, because it's definitely not professional paint work, which is cool. So here we go, back with the old car versus late model cars. So this is my 2002 Mustang, and this is one of the reasons why you might like an older car, because you can actually see the engine. Yeah, it's not the cleanest, but runs perfectly so far. So yeah, so basically you can see pretty much everything. It's a little rusty, but it's just surface rust, so I'm gonna clean that. And also you can actually like reach pretty much everything, so you can work on this by yourself. You don't have to always bring it in to the mechanic. So yeah, that's about it from this side, and I'll show you the look of it. Guess it looks decent. Right. and I'm gonna drive her. So the interior, well, that's pretty basic, but I got a cassette player, and with that I can just plug it in. So it works perfectly as almost as a Bluetooth, but Bluetooth speaker, because you can hook up your music. If you have a call, you can speak through that, and it works perfectly. It's pretty cheap as well. Everything works here. These are great, simple to use. Just one lever here, this one up here. The same principle as the new Ford, but that has it down here, so it's harder to reach and you can't really see it. Here it's easy. Yeah, everything works. You don't need the AC even in the summertime, so that's a plus. And yeah, that's about it. So the interior of this car is pretty basic, but it does perfectly what it needs to do, and it's not like over the top extreme, so less that could go wrong, and it doesn't need any updates, it doesn't need anything. It's basic, but it works perfectly. It's a manual, so no one really can steal it, because Americans can't really drive manual, even if they say they do. They don't know how. And do I still have the mic? Okay. And yeah, it basically got everything that you will ever need in a car, and it doesn't have any like excess unnecessities, which is great in my opinion, because I hate when there are things that like doesn't need to be there, but they are there to make it look fancy and high end and stuff, and they're not. There we go. I like that cracking noise, to be honest. I just pulled it down so you can hear how I turn it on. Just wait a little bit, because it wasn't on for a long time, I think. And let me try to put this mic out a little bit. Maybe you can hear it a little better. Well, that's about it. And I'm gonna head down to the shop and then go to the gym. So yeah, see you in the other car when I finish my thoughts on the newer models. But I really like this, and I really like that it's basic, it's simple, it doesn't have a lot of things going on, and I think that's great, because that way it's functional, and it's the best car to drive that I've ever driven so far. So that's a plus if you want to drive. So pretty much brand new. Think about it, it's like 2 years old, maybe 3. It has all the gadgets, navigation system, touch screen, center console. It has like a little LCD cluster in front of you that you can change, like speed. You want to see your speed in like bigger numbers, or you want to know your miles per gallon, stuff like that. But it's an automatic, and the system was not updated, so it's useless. The GPS doesn't work. I cannot sync my phone, and there's no way you can connect your phone if you're not syncing it through Bluetooth. And even when it was working and I could sync my phone, it would always break. So there, it probably works perfectly in like a really high-end car, but if you're not buying like the top cars, then I would think that you're probably better off with the less is more, basically. Because it's there, but I can't use it. it sometimes wouldn't even change radio stations. And because I can't sync my phone, I always have to listen to the radio. I can't listen to my music. So that's annoying. And right now I'm just packing up for tomorrow. And also the AC, you have to use the AC everywhere and every time in the summer, because the fans doesn't do anything. Like, it's not even going to like blow, not even cold air, or not even going to that, not even cool air. It's just warm. The same. It's basically just a fan. So yeah, and in my car, and with that, the miles per gallon goes down drastically. Like, without the AC, it can do about 40 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good. Because my car can do like 25. That was the best case scenario so far. So, but with the AC in the summer, these cars, the new cars, goes down to like 31, 32 miles to the gallon. And it turned out that my car's front brakes dragging, so mine probably would go up to like 28, 30. So it's pretty much the same with half the engine size, maybe not even that. And it's not more comfortable because it's leather seats and it's heated, but you cannot cool it. So every time you sit in it, it's piping hot. And also it's black. Everything is in there and it's black. And now it's sitting in the sun because there's no shade where you can park it. So it's about 110 degrees every time you sit in the car. So it's not fun to drive. And in the winter, because it's leather seats, it's cold. You can heat it, but it takes about 5 minutes. And so I prefer cloth seats. Also, the visibility is not so good. Like, for me, I have so many blind spots, I can't even count them. And like big ones, not the ones that like, oh, okay, like it could hide an elephant. Most of them, it's ridiculous. And also it's pretty dark in the car compared to like mine. You can drive it at night and it's fun to drive mine at night, even if the high beams are not great. But that car gets so dark so early at like 6. If it's a little bit cloudy, it's gonna be like driving my car at night, and it's not fun because you get sleepy earlier. So yeah, I prefer mine way more. Like, I would take that any day of the week. So right now I'm just getting ready for tomorrow. And obviously I'm not packed yet. What I'm doing right now is just setting up the mic. So tomorrow I can do a little, not tunnel run, but just run through that under the bridge in the morning when there's not too many people there. And I'm gonna stick this mic on the side of the car all the way through to the exhaust and see what comes up with it. What kind of noise can we get with this thing? So I'm changing, I'm putting the wind muffs on. Yeah, this is the wind muffs. I don't know if it actually works or not. We'll see tomorrow. That's that. And I'm done. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already and you're new to this, which you probably aren't, subscribe, hit the like button, leave any comments that you want to see or have any suggestions or ideas or questions. Peace.